This commitment is in line with the Kenya Kwanza Manifesto that, among other things, seeks to build a highly skilled, agile, and responsive public sector workforce with appropriate roles for civil servants and other service providers. To develop strategic foresight mechanism to anticipate and addressing changing workforce requirements. To ensure long-term institutional knowledge capacity amidst the retirement wave and design new human capital system consistent with merit system principles, including modernizing policies and practices for recruitment, retention, training, and development. Your Excellency, the 2010 Constitution provides for a public service that is responsive, prompt, effective, impartial, and one that provides equitable services to the citizens. The Constitution has placed the values and principles in Article 10 and 232 at the center of public service delivery. These values begin at the individual officer level as they step up to the institutional level. It is therefore the responsibility of both the individual officer and the respective institution to mainstream the values and principles in all processes in public service delivery as law provides. The 2021-2022 Values and Principles Report indicates that our public service has achieved the constitutional two-thirds gender representation of staff overall, with men at 62% and women at 38%. However, we are yet to achieve this at the policy and senior management levels. We also still have a way to go to achieve the African Union Agenda 2063 and the Sustainable Development Goal number 5 that aspires 50-50 of gender representation. Further, in regards to the representation of people with disabilities in public service, there has been improvement towards achieving the 5% threshold, but we are yet to be there. The ministry will continue exploring more affirmative action initiatives to improve the representation beyond the reported 1.4%. Your Excellency, the target group in public service internship program and the public service emerging leaders fellowship program represent the very segment of the population that the Kenya Kwanza government seeks to empower through the bottom-up economic transformation model. For this reason, Your Excellency, and in my execution of mandate as the Ministry of Public Service, Gender and Affirmative Action, we will continue to explore ways of enhancing the impact of such initiatives going forward. As a way of increasing youth presentation in public service relative to their population, the Ministry of Public Service will continue working with the Public Service Commission to review policies and practices for diverse and inclusion, human resource development, and succession management. Similarly, we are working closely with the Commission and other actors to enhance efficiency and effectiveness in the public service through Huduma Kenya program, as well as putting in place policies, including but not limited to the internship and volunteerism policy and guidelines, the dignity at workplace policy, and the competence framework for public service, among others. And our ultimate goal is to have a public service that your administration envisaged, and at the same time, one that conforms with the aspiration of Kenyans as expressed in the Constitution 2010. Indeed, your directives that 5,000 government services be made accessible to citizens online by mid this year is consistent with the service delivery efficiency and effectiveness goals. I wish to assure you that we are working towards achieving this goal, Your Excellency. To the cohorts, karibuni sana public service. Wahenga walisema kijana ni mzee anayekuwa, na unapokuwa hauhesabiwi kwa urefu ama kwa umri, wala hauhesabiwi kwa kutupa mawe na kuharibu mali za watu. Utahesabiwa na ni kipi ulichokigusa katika maisha ya mwingine. Your Excellency, with these few remarks and with your permission, allow me to invite the Prime Cabinet Secretary to make his remarks. Asanteni sana.